She's the very colourful...
Yes,
and we're continuing that theme. She's a very colourful drag queen who took RuPaul's Drag Race by storm in 2014. Bianca Del Rio's style and sass saw her become an audience favourite before taking out the reality show crown.
That rapid-fire, quick wit, did you always have that?
I call it my little Rolodex of hate. So when you're faced with the situation, you just roll through and you go, what do I have? What do I have? I know what you got on your SATs. Ketchup.
And now, after two previously sold-out tours of Australia, the comic is set to return down under to premiere her brand new show. And if past form is anything to go by, no one is safe.
Wait a minute. Baby got you know, listen, I could never be a Kardashian because I have talent. All right, listen.
Oh, she's won you over, Les.
My favourite guest in the history of ever.
Bianca Del Rio joins us now live from our LA studio. Where else but LA?
Where else?
Hi.
Well, I'm glad that I'm here because it's actually afternoon, so I didn't have to put all this on so early in the morning. But this is definitely a fright for your audience.
It looks fabulous. How long does that take you to get, show ready?
I can get ready about an hour, depending on the situation. If I'm doing a photo shoot or something, I might take a little more time. But it's about an hour I can slap it on. As you can see, there's not much blending. Just keep adding lashes.
Yeah, I was going to say, not a lot of blending going there, a lot of slapping on. Hey, let's start with RuPaul's Drag Race. Were you surprised at how many doors literally flew off their hinges for you after that?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, in America here, I just assumed that my friends in New York and Los Angeles and my hometown of Louisiana would watch. I didn't think about it on a global scale. And I've been traveling for the past 3 years all over the world, Australia and the UK and all over America. And it's been quite amazing. You never really know. TV's a pretty powerful thing, and you have no idea who's watching. So it's been a blessing for me and a curse, because you can't really go too many places, shockingly. But it's been a wild ride, and it came for me later in life. So I was 37, 38, so it was just good timing, and I actually appreciate it a little more than I think I would have if I had been 20, you know?
Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it? You worked a little with the late, great JOAN Rivers. Your insult comedy stylings are, in the same sort of vein. How much of an influence has she been for you?
Well, first of all, she was the best, and that's a huge compliment. I adored JOAN, and just her timing was impeccable. And I had the privilege of doing In Bed with JOAN with her soon before she had passed, and it was quite an amazing experience because they always say never meet your idols, and she was one of those people that I was afraid to meet, but then once I met, we clicked instantly, and we had the best time. We were supposed to film, I think, 17 or 20 minutes of material, and we ended up sitting there for over an hour, just cackling with each other, drinking wine. I mean, it's one of my favorite memories ever.
OK, so you're heading down under for another Aussie tour. Now, for those of us who haven't been to a Bianca Del Rio show, can you sort of explain to people what they're going to get?
Well, first of all, you're not going to get beauty. You're going to get this. And what you have to realize is that if I don't wear this makeup, I'm just called a nasty person. But then when I wear the makeup, they go, oh, my God, it's hysterical. So it's kind of like the packaging to get away with murder. But a lot of people don't really know what goes on in drag life. So I'm going to explain my ups and downs of my life in a comedic way. So, and a lot of audience interaction. And I always say expect the unexpected, because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
You never know. While we have you, Bianca, our country is about to hold a postal plebiscite, a vote, if you will, on marriage equality. You've already had that fight there in the States. Do you have any sort of message for Australia?
Well, no, what I think is just hold on to everything and fight for it, because I think it shouldn't matter. I mean, in general, if you don't like gay marriage, then don't get gay married. Don't marry a gay man. But I never understood why people always felt the need to put down someone else for what they believe in. You live your life the way you want to. I can't explain my life, dressed as a clown, but I deserve rights, and I pay taxes, and, come on, think of the bridal registry when you're a gay couple. Think of the fabulous gifts you can get. So I say, hold tight. Do the right thing, I mean, how can you live in a world without gay people? There'd be no movies, there'd be no theater, there'd be no fashion. I mean, honestly.
Dreadful.
All right, well, Bianca, thanks for being here on one of our most incredible shows so far in our 10-year history. Bianca Del Rio, thank you. Touring Australia in November. All the dates and info on the Morning Show website.